Hey folks, Dean Somerset here. I'm going to show you a quick, easy way that you can work on getting deep into a squat pattern. This is something a lot of people have trouble with. I find that people either have the flexibility to get into a squat but not the control, or they don't have the flexibility to get into the squat. One way or another, something's going on. So I'm going to show you an easy way that you can work on a controlled aspect to gain flexibility in the squat, and also a couple of cool little modifications you can do. So this is one of the few times a Smith machine is actually viable as a fixed bar system. Cool thing about a Smith is you can kind of raise it up, put it down, and put it wherever you want to. It doesn't work too well if you're putting weights on it and doing anything like that, but they're tools to use for the best in both worlds. So what we're going to do is find a stance a little bit wider than shoulder width, hang onto the bar for support, and you're just going to sit down into a squat as deep as you feel comfortable. Ideally, you want to be able to get down to the point where your hamstrings and your calves are touching with your spine nice and tall. If you can't quite get down that low, do whatever you can to be able to get into a low position with your back tall. So this way, when you're at the bottom, you're not rounding your spine to get there. When you're at the bottom, using the bar for support, you just want to find the center of your balance, forward and back, so that way if you had to, you could take your hands off and you're not falling over. And then play around with it a little bit. Take your hands off, see what happens. Do you actually fall over, or are you able to control it? From here, all we're going to do is a little bit of a rock. Side, over onto your foot, make sure that the heel stays flat on the ground, and then back. This way we can get a stretch out of the ankles and out of the hips to be able to get working in the deep squat pattern. A lot of people have restriction of their hips and ankles, not just front to back, but side to side. So any kind of rotational work you can do. This is a great way that you can warm up and loosen up ankles and hips before you start working. Now another thing we can do from here is get into that deep squat, do a let go, and then stand up. So you get down in that squat, find your stable point, let go, and then stand up from the bottom. So the key on this is that you have to have the flexibility to get into the movement. Then you have to find control when you're down there. A lot of people don't have the control on the way down. They find that they kind of lean over, move forward, back, do whatever they need to. By having the control center here, by hanging onto a Smith machine or any kind of supportive structure, we can get down into that deep squat as low as you feel you can. Let go means that you have to find stability and then drive up from a stable base. So that's it for today. Just a nice, quick, easy way that you can work on getting deep into the deep squat. Hopefully that helps out. Leave a comment below this too if you want, and I'll be able to answer any kind of questions you have. Have a good day.